The culture is attached to a human. I want to talk about two different aspects that are super similar. One, the fetishization of Asian people, specifically Korean people, and the dehumanization of Black people in terms of the K-pop industry and cultural appropriation. There's being interested in Korean culture, the food, the language, listening to K-pop and Korean music in general, and watching Korean television. And then there's people who take it a step further that then want a Korean partner so fucking badly and treat dating like grocery shopping for specific ethnicities because they see the culture as entertainment and not culture attached to a human being. Part of fetishization is the fact that you are different and you are treated as more of an experience than as a person. So just like how y'all treat Korean culture and food and K-pop and K-dramas and learning the language as an fun, entertaining experience, you see Korean culture as more of marketing than as a culture that is tied back to, actual humans. So then you want a Korean boyfriend because it adds to the experience, the fun and different experience. You're looking at Korean people and Korean men as an experience instead of like an actual human being. Now talking about the K-pop industry and the way that they take Black culture without crediting Black people or educating people on where certain shit comes from, because they see it as marketing. You can have the experience of being Black, putting in the braids, wearing do-rags, saying finna and spin the block without dealing with the actual consequences of what it's like to be Black in general. The K-pop industry boils Black culture down to hairstyles and articles of clothing and ways of speaking without upholding and shedding light on where it came from and the significance behind it. A do-rag is more than just an article of clothing. Cornrows are more than just a hairstyle. And on top of that, it's the ways that you're showcasing these specific things that come from Black culture. And since you are not educated and seeing our culture as more of a marketing ploy and a concept, they attach these harmful and ignorant stereotypes onto this. It's so interesting the way that non-Black people, the things that they take from us and things that they see that represent us. Why is it just do-rags? Why is it just AAVE? Why is it just cornrows and box braids? Why is it just acting hard, i.e. acting aggressive? These are super boiled down, ignorant, and dangerous stereotypes that were pushed onto us by colonizers to keep us in a box that the world sees us in, and to also subconsciously push these wrong beliefs onto Black people themselves, and then we end up believing said lies that were being told about us and then living out those lies. There was discourse with Detry making music that's too deep, and it was discourse that was happening within the Black community that was being said by Black people, which makes me so sad for some of us. She made a tweet talking about how hip-hop came from people that were being introspective. Hip-hop and rap started because it gave people a place to express the problems and the things that were going on in their life in the Black community. So when there are certain people that sit here and try and gaslight you into believing that rap isn't deep, and then you have people from our own community sitting here and calling Dochi's rap slave rap, or name redacted talking about Kendrick rapping like he's trying to get the slaves freed, which you're not even go sit over. That comes from a belief that was pushed onto us by people to try and deter rappers from talking about things that are super important, because those super important things are calling the people on the top out for the fuck shit that they do, and they don't want that to happen. Culture not being attached to a human and being more of an experience and not seeing said humans as humans but as experiences, and culture being taken from said people and not being credited or not having people educate themselves on where the shit comes from, are both things that are within the K-pop community, and how K-pop stands end up doing both of these things when they're sitting here and treating Korean people like they're a fucking Pokemon and they're an experience, and oh my god, I want to have a fucking Korean boyfriend so bad, so we go to Korea and eat Korean food and speak Korean and I put on my Korean beauty makeup. Or when we sit here and say, hey, without Black people and Black artistry and Black music, K-pop wouldn't exist. And literally the way that K-pop is happening now with the rigorous training of the dancing and the singing, and even photo cards were literally created from Motown, which is Black, and then y'all be like, actually no, and it's not about race and Black people and blah, 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 whatever. Like there's a lot of shit that y'all be doing that we just gotta stop.